Welcome to District Talk. I am Dr. Mary Malone, Superintendent of Schools. We are very pleased to bring to you a show focused on all the great happenings in our schools. Come learn along with us. Hello, I'm Dr. Mary Malone. I'm the school superintendent in the East Shirley Regional District, and I'd like to welcome you to District Talk. Today, my guest is Mrs. Beth Foley. Mrs. Foley is a school psychologist who is very special because she comes with her sidekick, if you will, Lady. Lady is a therapy dog, and we're here to tell you all about Lady and Mrs. Foley and how they work as a team in helping our students. So Mrs. Foley, how did you decide to you've been a psychologist for how long?
30 years.
30 years.
Yes.
And so you've been working in the school system for that amount of time as
No,
well?
I was in private practice for 25, and I've been in school districts for 5.
Okay. So in other words, you hung a shingle, as they say.
I did.
You hung a shingle, and then you did. What made you want to come into the public school system?
I did a lot of work with families and students outside of it, and I wanted to be part of the development of some of the IEPs and services so that the students had better results, and I was really committed to that. So,
well, that's really interesting. So, being an external person working with many young people who attend public school, you saw a need.
Yes.
What you learned over the years to come into the public school so you could better help serve students from the inside rather than the outside.
Exactly.
Well, that's a good. So you, and then how did you decide to bring Lady into the picture?
I was in a district that had high poverty and high needs and a lot of trauma, and I studied a lot of research and decided that I thought a therapy dog would be a good idea. So from idea to getting Lady was several meetings with principals and school committees and superintendents, and when I got the permission to go ahead, then I went in search of the dog.
So let's talk a little bit about the research. So what are the main tenets of research about having a therapy dog to accompany you, if you will, in individual therapy or group therapy, or just in general, in the general environment of a school?
For students that are having anxiety and depression, therapy dogs are very instrumental in giving them unconditional love and positive feedback. Students with ADHD find it very relaxing to sit and pet her. Sometimes you can build into their behavior reinforcement plan, walking with her, things like that. English language learners are amazing with her because she's a very patient listener as they're learning to read. School performance testing, everyone's blood pressure goes down and therefore results go up.
Well, I know in the district when you first applied last spring, I believe, and your resume included Lady, we became very, very interested, and we began to research how we could bring Lady into the school district. And when I presented to the school committee, they were very supportive as well. And so we worked very hard over the summer to ensure that Lady could come into our school district with the proper insurance. We already knew she was certified and trained, so we're very happy to have her here. Why don't you describe a little bit about the training that a therapy dog has to have before they can be certified, if you will, like a teacher has to get certified, the dog does.
Exactly.
So.
The very first test before the 13 subtests is a temperament test. So if they decide that her temperament is not suitable, you don't progress with the test. We had to do 13 subtests, which involve things like sitting while you fill out paperwork representing a registration desk at a hospital or a nursing home. She had to know all of her commands, leave it, wait, no jumping, no barking, good with other dogs, good around groups of people and groups of students going by on like skateboards, and dropping books and slamming locker simulation, as well as things like crutches, wheelchairs for the nursing home.
Wow. So she had a pretty extensive training.
She did.
And then you receive a certificate from?
We receive a pass certificate from the tester, and then we submit all the paperwork about shots and good health and checkups, and then they send you the tag, she has an ID, and she has a neckerchief as well.
Excellent, okay. And then, of course, we had to do the required paperwork to bring the dog in as well. And so now the dog, since you've been here, so you work right now at the middle school and the high school.
Yes.
You're 2 days at the middle school and you're 3 days at the high
Correct.
school, and those are consistent days every
Yes.
week. And so can you describe for us, I know that the very first day when we had convocation, I watched how Lady interacted with our staff members and how everyone was very calming. Even for myself, when I saw the dog, you have a big day with all the
Yes.
teachers. It's very calming and relaxing. And so now so you came in and first it was just about introductions to
Yes.
all the staff. So why don't you describe your entry into the district, if you will.
The staff members were very excited to have her. There are a couple that are fearful, and of course all interaction is voluntary, so I keep her out of their classrooms and away from their areas. But they seek her out, they ask for her to come into their classrooms. She's around the building walking around with me. It takes me a very long time to get anywhere because I stop repeatedly for staff and students to interact with her. They have given me very positive feedback about how much happier they are to have her in the building.
So one of the things for our families that will be watching, hopefully, is there was a notice that was sent home to all of the middle school students and high school students introducing Mrs. Foley and asking it that you would respond if your student had any allergies to a dog, and if they had any fear of the dog. We would respect, obviously, those students, and so therefore the dog wouldn't go into that room or be near those
Absolutely.
students, particularly if they had an allergy. So hopefully those forms have come back. It was only requested to send that form back if there was a concern with the dog. So just wanted people to know that, and if you haven't done it, so please get that in if there is a problem. So have you been using it for individual therapy yet, or
Yes.
groups yet? Have you decided anything you could describe to us after the initial entry and getting to know one another, and for you yourself getting to know the school system
Yes.
and the lay of the land and how the buildings are laid out and so on and so forth? What has been your next step?
Lady has been in all of my one-on-one therapy sessions. When we have bus duty here, she sits outside and greets the students getting off the bus. We have been in the small programs over at the middle school. Last Friday, we went to multiple advisories. We went to some AP classes here at the high school. We participated with the students from the FLAC program who are here, as well as multiple students coming down just to see her on their own. They know she's here. The picture's on the door. But the staff is saying, can you bring her to my advisory? Can you bring her to my Panther block? And I am more than happy to do that. There's a group of kids in the library that have dubbed it Therapy Dog Thursday, so she'll be making appearances for that particular advisory on Thursdays here at the high school and the library as well.
So it would be fair to say your role as a school psychologist is you do testing.
Yes.
So when we have referrals for special education, you conduct testing. You work one-on-one with students,
Yes.
and that could be around any kind of trauma or just sometimes the difficult situations that students are going through. Then you do group counseling,
Yes.
which consist of a group. Sometimes at high schools, we have a problem with absenteeism at the high school. So maybe getting those kids together to work on how to better connect with school and how we can better connect with them and make it more personal. Because we want all students to be here every day.
We do.
Then the third piece is you're part of a lesson plan.
Yes, I am.
And the regular content area. So I'm an English teacher and I might be teaching something and I might request if you could come to my class on this
Yes.
particular day, this particular time.
Yes.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we're very excited and I hope that everything's gone very smoothly
Everything's
for you
been
so
wonderful.
far.
Thank you so much.
Yes, you've enjoyed it.
I have.
Yeah, you're happy you chose the Asheville Regional
I
School
am.
District to come and
I
work. We're very happy to have you. Is there anything else you'd like to add about Lady?
She's a purebred golden retriever. She was an AKC breeding dog before this, and she just loves what she does. There's nothing she would rather do
I
than
know.
come to the school. And she was there opening day for the students at the middle school, and they were so excited getting off the bus. There's a dog at school. But it's great for them because even if they're having a tough time, even if they're not ready to verbalize to me necessarily what they're ready to say, they are happy to talk to her. She's a great listener, and they know she will keep their things confidential, so it
Yes.
works really well.
I was present at the middle school and the students came in that day and you were in that lobby area and of course all the students came and stopped to see the dog. Most, animals do soothe people and bring out the best in people and certainly the E.R. Shirley Regional School District is happy to be. There are some districts in the Commonwealth that have therapy dogs, but they're not a lot. So I feel that we're on the cutting edge to have a therapy dog in our school system, particularly at our middle school and our high school. And I'm really looking forward to the year with Lady and with you and continued service. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And I really appreciate you taking the time to do this show and informing our families and our communities of E.R. and Shirley the good work that's going in our schools, in our school system. So thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.